We have as a campus vision to make UWM a best place to learn and work. And part of that climate is how we treat our students, how we convey our care, our support. I think it's absolutely critical that we engage and reach out to students showing signs of emotional distress.
It's very easy in a large institutions for the students to become anonymous, to become distant.
When they get here, everything is exciting and new, and then as the semester goes on, it begins to go downhill from there. Maybe they don't have as many friends as they expected. The classes aren't exactly what they were anticipating. They aren't connecting with other students. And oftentimes they don't seek out help when they need to.
Working on mental health issues and having went to the training, there's a responsibility I have. Let's make sure that I fulfill it.
I had a student last semester, Nick, who was always an A student. Then he didn't turn in his final paper. Well, you can do one of two things. You can say, well, he didn't turn in his paper, so he gets a bad grade. Or you can think, what's going on?
I thought that semester was going to go fine. Towards the end of the semester, I completely shut down. I stayed in my room, and that was pretty much it, and I was pretty much just going to let the semester fade out.
I emailed him and I asked him to call me. He called me right away. Then he started talking about what was going on.
I think everything kind of started probably when my dad passed away 7 years ago. And my personal issues are surrounded by addiction, which I think caused some depression and social anxiety. And I didn't really want to bring it up with people because I don't know, it's something that I relatively felt ashamed about.
So what I do in a case like that is I say, well, here is a therapist, a counselor I know, and that here is his name and phone number, and so you can go to him, but let me know when you have made the appointment, and then let me know afterwards how it went.
I respected her opinion because she was my professor. So I was like, yes, I will do that. Counseling has helped immensely. I thought I was just going to be an alcoholic, drug addict my whole life. I was like, that's who I am. And I realized that that's not who I am. There's a whole nother person that has been being carried along this whole time, and you still there.
Oh, just looking at him, he's such a different person. And you think, okay, that mattered. Didn't take much, but it did matter. It did change somebody.
It's not the amount of time that makes a difference. It's the quality of the time that makes a difference.
Just to be able to tell him to take a step back, hand him a Kleenex, and explain that we can work through this.
That initial step, it's not about being a psychologist or a counselor, it's about being a person. Like anything else, sometimes it takes a little bit of practice.
Hi, Haley.
Hey.
Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah.
Hey, I've noticed that you've missed a couple of classes recently and that you didn't turn in your last assignment, so I just wanted to know if you're having difficulties in class or if you could tell me a little bit about what's been going on.
It's not the coursework itself. It's just not really my semester. Things aren't falling into place for me.
Yeah, I can see that this is clearly an overwhelming time for you, huh?
I'm supposed to graduate. I don't know if that'll even happen. I don't have a job lined up for after school. I don't know. I can't really focus on school when I have all that going on.
Have you talked to anybody about how you've been feeling? You've been a little bit down. Have you ever gone to the Norris Health Center on campus, for example?
Mm-mm. Is it free?
Yeah. Most of the services on campus are included in your tuition, so you don't have to worry about that, and it's really easy to make an appointment. I'd certainly be happy to help you do that.
Okay. I guess I'll give it a shot.
Great.
I don't think anybody enjoys seeing someone in distress, so it's difficult to open up the conversation to ask the questions that we need to know about what's going on with a student.
It's not easy for a faculty to approach a student that is in need, but there is nothing better than seeing a student coming to you and said, you know what, I went to Norris and I'm feeling better.
What did it take? An extra 25 minutes, or half an hour, being a professor, not just, an intellectual guide, but someone who can affect somebody's life in some deeper ways.
You have helped somebody get over a hump in their lives, get past a barrier. That's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
There are resources. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Your part could be just a detection or referral.
Reach out to students who are giving any indications of mental health issues. If we're not doing that on the first line, if we're not doing that when we have those opportunities, there's an awful lot of anguish, there's an awful lot of issues that could better be addressed if we can align the great resources we have on our campus, whether it's through the Norris Health Center or through Campus Connect, which is a great training program for our faculty and staff to become first responders as a way of thinking about this.